Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. All right, folks, hold on to your hats because the NFL offseason is heating up, and the buzz around the New York Giants is louder than ever. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the Giants' defense and significantly boost their chances of a deep playoff run this upcoming season. And the name at the center of this storm, Nick Bosa. Yes, the San Francisco 49ers superstar pass rusher, widely regarded as one of the best defensive players in the league, might find himself wearing Giants blue very soon. And if this deal happens, it could be a game-changer for the team's future, a move that signals the Giants are serious about competing at the highest level once again. Let's dig into the details of what could be one of the most significant trades in recent NFL history. The 49ers, fresh off a disappointing 4-13 season that exposed their defensive vulnerabilities, especially after a horrendous season where they were giving up nearly 30 points per game, are reportedly open to trading Bosa. The team is in rebuild mode, and sources suggest they might be willing to part ways with their franchise defensive end in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft plus a third-rounder in 2027. This kind of package would not only give the 49ers some much-needed cap relief, roughly $15 million, allowing them to reset their quarterback and offensive line extensions, but also infuse their roster with draft capital to rebuild for the future. For the Giants, the timing couldn't be better. They currently have around $11 million in cap space, with potential restructures available, like possibly cutting or restructuring Daniel Jones, to free up even more room. The Giants have been on the lookout for an elite edge rusher, especially after Wan'Dale Robinson's season-ending injury, which has impacted their offensive explosiveness and overall team dynamics. Robinson's injury was a blow, but it also emphasizes the urgency for the Giants to bolster their pass rush to complement their existing core, including Kayvon Thibodeaux, who proved to be a budding star last season with an impressive PFF grade of 86.5. Now imagine what Bosa, at 28 years old, would bring to the table. Since debuting in 2019, he's been a relentless predator on the field, with 68 career sacks, 235 tackles, and 4 Pro Bowl appearances to his name. His 2025 season was marred by a calf strain that caused him to miss 4 games, but even in a limited role, he tallied 13 sacks, good enough for 5th in the NFL, plus 45 tackles and 20 QB hits. His PFF grade of 91.8 puts him among the league's elite pass rushers, and his win rate of 27% in pass rush situations is top tier. Bosa's ability to pressure the quarterback and disrupt defenses is almost unmatched. His career stats and consistency make him a perfect fit for the Giants, who are desperately seeking a game-changer on defense. The comparison to Khalil Mack's trade back in 2018 is fitting. Mack, then with the Raiders, was traded to the Bears and immediately boosted their defense, adding over 160 yards in defense per game and wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks. Bosa's impact would be similar, if not greater, for the Giants. His presence would elevate the entire pass rush, creating more sacks, more turnovers, and better field position for the offense led by Daniel Jones. Remember, the Giants' defense last season ranked 28th in EPA per play, which is a clear indicator that they need to generate more pressure and create turnovers to stay competitive. Adding Bosa into the mix would elevate the Giants' pass rush by an estimated 22%, increasing their sack total from around 38 to an impressive 46. That kind of pressure would not only lead to more sacks, but also put teams on their heels, forcing mistakes and creating more turnovers. It would transform the Giants' defense into a more formidable unit, capable of holding opponents to under 20 points on a consistent basis, a feat that's crucial for winning games in today's NFL. Their run defense would also see a boost by approximately 14%, limiting opponents to fewer than 3.8 yards per carry, which is vital when facing division rivals like the Eagles and Cowboys, who like to run the ball and wear defenses down. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could be the catalyst for a true defensive renaissance in New York. With Kayvon Thibodeau's already flashing promise, pairing him with Bosa would create one of the most dangerous pass-rushing duos in the league, reminiscent of the best pairings we've seen in recent years. Their combined production, potentially exceeding 26 sacks, would be a nightmare for opposing offensive lines. This kind of threat could lead to more forced turnovers, more sacks, and overall, a more aggressive, disruptive Giants defense. The potential impact on the team's overall performance is enormous. With Bosa terrorizing quarterbacks, the Giants' defense could cut down their points allowed from nearly 26 points per game to a top 12 ranking, making them a nightmare for any offense in the league. The extra pressure and disruption could also lead to more turnovers, averaging around 8 more forced turnovers per game, which directly translates into more scoring opportunities for the offense. And speaking of the offense, this added defensive success would give Daniel Jones and the offense more breathing room, more time to execute their game plan, and more confidence to take shots downfield. Now, let's talk about the big picture, Super Bowl aspirations. The Giants, with their odds at plus 50, 0 before the Bosa rumors, would see a significant boost to around plus 15, 0 if this trade materializes. That's a huge jump, and it puts them in a much more realistic position to make a deep playoff run, perhaps even reach the Super Bowl. The comparison to Von Miller's impact with the Rams in 2022 is apt. An elite pass rusher can be the X factor that turns a good team into a champion. If Bosa joins the Giants, he could be that kind of difference maker, especially in high-pressure playoff situations. The defense would become the backbone of the team, much like the Giants' legendary 2007 squad, which rode a dominant pass rush to their Super Bowl victory. Their path to the Lombardi Trophy could be paved by a relentless, fierce pass rush led by Bosa and Thibodeau, creating chaos in the backfield and setting the tone for big wins. The Giants' front office seems to be aiming for that kind of aggressive rebuild, and bringing in Bosa would send a clear message that they're not just rebuilding, they're reloading for a run. Of course, there are questions about cap space and draft capital, but the Giants have shown they're willing to make bold moves when the opportunity presents itself. Restructuring Daniel Jones' contract, exploring trades, or even cutting some less impactful players could free up enough room to make this happen. The Giants have a core of young, talented players, and adding a veteran like Bosa would accelerate their development and competitiveness. It's a move that could define this franchise for years to come, establishing a new era of dominance and playoff success. So imagine the scene at MetLife Stadium if Bosa is wearing the Giants jersey this season. The roar of the crowd, the fear in opposing quarterbacks' eyes, and the realization that the Giants are not just building for now, but for the future. This is what all Giants fans crave. The potential is there, and if the Giants can pull off this trade, it could be the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with hope, fierce defense, and the pursuit of another Super Bowl title. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Bosa could be the missing piece that takes us to the promised land? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Let's go Giants.